There are moments in history, maybe once in a generation, where the rules of wealth change. It doesn't happen with a big press conference. In fact, it's so quiet that most people don't even notice it's happening until it's far too late. The last time a moment like this kicked off was in the ashes of the 2009 crash. And while the world was panicking, a small group of ordinary people, we're talking teachers, mechanics, nurses, who simply did nothing and stayed invested, became the quiet millionaires of the last decade. Well, get ready, because that same kind of moment is starting all over again, only this time, it's driven by something new. A massive $124 trillion capital shift that's beginning to quietly redraw our entire economic map. In this video, I'm going to break down what this shift is, why it looks so much like the last great wealth-building event, and how you can position yourself for the next 2 decades. To really get what's happening now, we need to jump in a time machine. Let's go back to March 2009. It seriously felt like the world was ending. The global financial system had just self-destructed. Giants like Lehman Brothers, banks that had been around for a century, were just gone. The headlines were pure terror. The S&P 500, the report card for the entire U.S. stock market, had cratered to a low of 666. It looked like there was no floor. The consensus from every expert on TV was grim. They warned of a lost decade for stocks. The news was filled with heartbreaking stories of people losing their life savings. The feeling in the air was pure fear, and the advice everyone was screaming was, sell, get to cash, run for the hills. It sounded like the only logical thing to do. But a handful of people did something completely radical. They did nothing. Or more accurately, they didn't change a thing. These weren't Wall Street wizards. They were regular people, maybe a mechanic in Ohio or a teacher in Texas, who kept putting a couple $100 from every paycheck into their 401k, mostly in simple S&P 500 index funds. They didn't have a crystal ball. They were just as scared as everyone else, but they trusted the plan. They kept buying month after month as the market kept falling, and then as it slowly, shakily, began to crawl its way back. They didn't try to time the bottom. They just stayed in the game. What happened next is the stuff of legend. From that terrifying low in March 2009, the S&P 500 kicked off one of the most powerful bull markets in history. By early 2020, it had soared over 500%. Those small, consistent checks they wrote during peak fear grew into fortunes. A humble retirement account ballooned into $1 million nest egg. The big lesson from 2009 wasn't about being a stock-picking genius. It was about psychology. It was about understanding one simple truth. Wealth isn't built by timing the market. It's built by time in the market. The numbers from that period are just wild. If you had panicked and missed just the 10 best trading days after the 2009 bottom, your total returns would have been chopped in half. The people who won weren't the ones jumping in and out. They were the ones who just held on. And that brings us to today. The fear might feel a little different, but the opportunity is rhyming. Except this time, it isn't a crash creating the opening. It's something bigger, quieter, and happening over a longer period. It's being called the Great Wealth Transfer. Over the next 2 decades, an almost unthinkable amount of money is set to change hands. Research firm Cerulli Associates projects that by 2048, around $124 trillion in assets will move from baby boomers and older generations to their kids and grandkids, mostly Gen X and millennials. $124 trillion is more than 4 times the size of the entire annual economic output of the United States. Nothing on this scale, in sheer dollar terms, has ever happened before. Of that sum, about $105 trillion is expected to go to heirs, with another $18 trillion going to charities. And this transfer is already picking up speed. But here's the part that really matters. This isn't just about a few people getting a lucky inheritance. This is a fundamental reset of the economy. When that much money moves, it creates tidal waves. Think of it like a massive river suddenly changing its course. The old riverbed dries up, and new fertile ground is created somewhere else entirely. First, this wealth is incredibly concentrated. That same research shows that this isn't going to be spread out evenly. A tiny 2% of U.S. households will account for over 50% of the wealth being passed down. That means trillions of dollars are about to be consolidated into the hands of a new generation of owners who think, spend, and invest very differently. Second, this new money is going to move faster. Inherited money rarely just sits there. Older generations often focused on preserving wealth in safe, low-yield assets. But the money flowing to Gen X and millennials, it's expected to seek action. Think growth stocks, disruptive tech, real estate, and modern financial platforms. This new generation of investors grew up with the internet. They're more open to calculated risks, and they care a lot more about things like ESG, environmental, social, and governance investing. The final and most urgent ripple is a major change in tax law that's acting as a ticking clock. Right now, the federal estate and gift tax exemption is historically high, but under current law, that high exemption is set to be cut in half at the end of 2025. What this does is create a massive sense of urgency for wealthy families. It's a powerful incentive to transfer huge amounts of capital before the rules get tougher and taxes get higher. It's not an accelerant, it's a deadline, and it's forcing the floodgates open right now. So here's the problem. A $124 trillion tidal wave of capital is starting to wash over the economy. It's going to shake up old industries and forge new dynasties. And just like in 2009, most people are going to miss it because they're staring at the daily stock ticker instead of the deep currents shaping the next 20 years. So, how do you make sure you're riding this wave, not getting crushed by it? The good news is, the answer is simpler than you think. You don't have to be a fortune teller. You just need to follow 3 core ideas. The biggest lesson from the post-2009 millionaires is that being consistent beats being clever every single time. Your first move is to make sure you're in the market, not just watching it from the sidelines. That means doing exactly what worked before. Consistent, disciplined, low-cost investing. For most of us, this is the foundation. Set up automatic payments into a 401k or an IRA and point that money toward a diversified, low-cost index fund or ETF that tracks the whole market, like the S&P 500. It's the easiest way to guarantee you own a piece of the companies that will be lifted up by this new flood of capital. This strategy works because you don't have to bet on which specific company wins. As trillions of dollars hunt for growth, the entire market is the most likely winner. By owning a slice of everything, you're setting your sail to catch the wind, no matter which direction it's blowing. It's boring, I know, but it's the most proven way for a regular person to build serious wealth. While your main strategy is to own the market, it helps to know the personality of this new money. The capital being handed to millennials and Gen X isn't just going to buy what their parents owned. This new crop of investors has different values. They're pouring money into themes like sustainable energy, AI, biotech, and companies that align with their social views. This doesn't mean you should ditch your index fund and start day trading solar stocks, but you could tilt your portfolio. Maybe you add a small position in thematic ETFs that focus on these forward-looking sectors. The idea isn't to gamble, but to get a little extra exposure to the areas where that $124 trillion fire hose of cash is most likely to be pointed. And remember, this capital will flow through different pipes. Younger investors don't trust the old-school banks their parents used. They prefer slick, low-cost digital platforms and fintech apps. The companies building these new financial highways are also set to grow as they become the gatekeepers for this huge transfer of wealth. This wealth transfer has 2 sides, the people giving it and the people getting it. You need a plan, no matter where you sit. If you're part of the generation that will be passing on wealth, that 2026 tax deadline is a huge deal. The current rules offer a massive opportunity to pass on assets tax efficiently. Now is the time to talk to financial and legal pros about setting up things like trusts to make that transfer as smooth as possible before the window closes. If you're on the receiving end, or think you might be, the most important thing you can do is start talking about it. A shocking number of families never discuss money, which leads to chaos and bad decisions when an inheritance finally happens. Just knowing what you might inherit, whether it's property, stocks, or a business, lets you plan ahead. And when you do inherit, remember that idea of capital velocity. Often, inherited assets are parked in conservative, slow-growing accounts. The key is to have a plan to move that capital into productive, growth-focused assets that match your own goals, turning a static inheritance into wealth that works and compounds for you. Trying to figure all this out can feel like a lot, But the core ideas are simple, and we've covered the building blocks today. If you want to go deeper into how to actually build a portfolio designed for the next 20 years, make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell. We're going to be breaking these themes down in much more detail in upcoming videos. A quiet generational shift of wealth is happening right under our noses. A $124 trillion force is starting to move, and it will define the economy for decades. Just like in 2009, most people will be too caught up in the day-to-day noise to see the massive, long-term opportunity taking shape. But that doesn't have to be you. You don't need a finance degree. You don't need to perfectly time anything. You just need to be in the right place. By building a foundation of simple, steady investing, and by understanding the powerful currents of this capital shift, you can put yourself directly in the path of this historic opportunity. The last time a moment like this began, ordinary people who just stayed the course became the millionaires of the next decade. This time, the opportunity could be even bigger. The only question is, will you be ready?